All right, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerged from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. On first down, Newton. And there's the first NFL catch for the Maryland man, DJ Moore. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A really nice gain of 25 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
From the 50, Newton. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. From the gun, here's Newton. He rifles one that's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37th. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
He's going to find Gallup here complete, and they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And a nice gain of 21 yards. A first opportunity in the red zone for the Cowboys. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. Now Prescott. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
They'll pitch it out to Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. We turn our attention to the Panthers as they come out here on offense, and it's been an interesting 3-year run. You look back to their Super Bowl appearance, then they dropped to 6-10 a couple of years ago. Last year back in the playoffs with 11 wins. So what in 2018?
I think a continuation of 2017 and an expansion on what we saw. It's always going to be a tough-minded team. They want to run the ball inside, and Cam Newton can be your short yardage runner as well as play the quarterback position and throw it. But they want to open things up. Remember, they drafted Christian McCaffrey last year, want to get him the ball in open space. They ended up drafting DJ Moore this year, so they want to be more explosive down the field throwing the football. And Luke Kuechly is a heck of a building block on defense. This is a team that fully expects to contend in the NFC South, and they think they can go much deeper in the playoffs.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Back to the air, Newton on 2nd down. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to sack him for a loss of 6. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Newton. Looking deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. A big 3rd down play there for the Panthers. 48 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
20.
Here's Newton now on 2nd down. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. From the red zone now, Newton. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. Here's Newton. And he'll go right back to Moore. Complete again. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. They come out here, and he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Cam Newton taking it in. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. So with 2nd and goal, still had a couple of downs to work with. They tried to sneak, and they got in.
I like the idea that they did it early in the down and distance count. 2nd down as opposed to waiting later on. I think it fooled them a little bit, but how about the push they got up front to get the quarterback through?
Big push and a touchdown to boot. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Cowboys offense. The wild optimism going into last season, of course, because they were coming off that 13-3 year, but they faded a bit last year as they dropped to a good but not great 9-7.
The good thing for Dallas, they play in a pretty volatile division, the NFC East. There hasn't been a repeat champion in the East since 2003-2004, and that was Philadelphia, who currently holds the crown right now. But this is a Dallas team that I think...
The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Cowboys are able to show off their quick strike ability. The point after is good, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
On first down, it's Newton. Eluding the pressure right. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Newton on first down. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 15 yards through the air and a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now a play fake here on first down. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly second and long. Now Newton. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he'll get it down here to the 43. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Hey.
To the air again, Newton. Past the 20, and he finds a man. It's Olsen. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That one goes for 29 yards on third down. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
On second down, McCaffrey. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A great effort there. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. Gano the extra point, and we are tied at 14. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is taken at the 3. And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Back here with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. We've had the kickoff to begin the first quarter. Now it's time for the second quarter kickoff. And they've got it here with a first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. First down, Prescott. Completes it right side to Cooper. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
First down throw for Prescott. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. And the big boy, dare I say, he showed some athleticism there.
Oh, without a doubt. And you know what else we saw on that play? Why they do more and more ball drills in practice. They want everyone proficient with catching the football and being comfortable because you never know when a big play like this will happen for a big man.
Now, post-game locker room, does he get an extra drumstick?
He was going to get that anyway. He may get the whole spread now.
Yeah, put some gravy on there. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. This offense trots back out there now, and as they do, Charles, one thing to point out that we saw a second ago are some of the new rules in the NFL this year regarding kickoffs.
Yeah, nowadays, the kickoff team, no more running starts. Remember that when you got to circle a guy around and here he goes? No more. You have to start, close to the ball. And when it's kicked, then you get to take off and go, so you can't build up your speed that way. Also, when you're returning it, remember those wedges that we used to say where guys would form together, 2 or 3 guys? No more of those. So it'd be a lot more man-on-man, one-on-one blocking. And also, they have rules about where people have to be when the ball's kicked, where they have to be when the ball's caught. So to me, it's much more like a punt return than it is an actual kickoff return. So I'm eager to see if teams now take their punt returners, those nifty guys who make people miss in the open field, and make them their kickoff returners as well, because I think you can still get big plays in this area if you have the right people back there.
And he'll sling that one in there. Complete to Cooper on the comebacker. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
A give to Elliott. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Mario Addison in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Cooper's got it. And an alley to run. There he goes. Amari Cooper. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper, 62 yards. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. Point after, right down the middle. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And, Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 22. A shotgun snap for Newton. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defender to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Newton looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Moore. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Newton now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. From the 50, Newton taking a shot for Samuel. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Newton. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Tyrone Crawford able to swap him from that defensive tackle spot for a loss of 5. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Newton. Looking for the tight end, Olsen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job. Finding ways to to take the ball away from the other team.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Let's go. Let's finish now.
So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. Back with more from Charlotte after this.
Here we go. Go ahead, 36.
Second down, Prescott. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Cooper was the target there, and it's third down.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Here we go. Go ahead,
Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Here we go, 46. 26.
Third and long for Prescott. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on fourth down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Just 21 yards on the punt there. And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jalen Smith coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Operating from the gun, Newton, and he's going to go down again. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. From the gun, Newton. He's going to let this one go deep. And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. Fourth down now.
Well, we quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly 3rd and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the first down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
Polardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Prescott to throw it. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Intended that time for Cooper, and now it's 2nd down. Prescott from the gun. Flush to his right. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
To throw on 2nd down is Newton. Buying time to his left. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Now a first down throw for Newton. And Olsen over the middle. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Out of the gun, Newton. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
The Panthers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Operating from the gun, Newton. And it's caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Throwing again is Newton. That the first NFL touchdown in the career of DJ Moore as they have taken the lead. So they're able to break the tie just before halftime. Now they just don't want anything crazy to happen on the ensuing kickoff.
Yeah, they want to just add the extra point, get the kickoff taken care of, and get to the locker room with the lead that they fought so hard to get.
Extra point try good by Gano. And they will take a 7-point lead. Gano out to kick this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the young men. And solid field position here to start as they get it out to the 40-yard line. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10. Final play of the half. Prescott. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best as that brings us to the end of his first half of play. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll check in for the first time with the newest member of our Madden family, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now Elliott. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Now a chance to make that encroachment penalty really hurt. 1st and 5. Throwing, Prescott. Being chased out left. And on the left side, he's got Witten. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. This is Elliott. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Tackle made by K'Wan Short.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Gun. 41's the whip. 26.
A second down throw for Prescott. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is caught inside the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Michael Gallup with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. And he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. So we're back to a one-point game now as the kickoff comes. This is taken at the 3. A little juke. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. And they'll run it here. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's Newton now on second down. And that's incomplete.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
The Panthers on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Now the penalty, a big assist to this offense. Now it's 3rd and 3. Throwing is Newton. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. And out now come the Cowboys. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. Here's Prescott. And now he'll tuck it and run. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. They'll run it now out of the gun. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
And the Panthers bring in their nickel set as they try to defend here on 3rd down.
5 defensive backs. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. This is caught inside the 15. It's a big play there on 3rd down. And even 60 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
And that'll set them back 5. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. To throw is Prescott. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
46.
Here's Prescott. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. To the air again, Prescott. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. And his kick is good. And with that, the lead changes hands here in this 3rd quarter. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give them confidence and let them knock it through.
Carolina getting set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 26. Newton now to throw. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Christian Covington forcing his way through there to drop him for a loss of a good 10 yards. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. From the gun, Newton. Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Newton to throw. Got his target, Samuel. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Newton on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go. It's caught inside the 25. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain of 39 that time. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it, or maybe change what they do on offense.
And that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now. Second and 10, Newton again. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Tyrone Crawford in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's been a good one so far, just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
And Godot's kick is right through. And with that, they have taken the lead by a point here in the 4th. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive in with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
The Cowboys on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Prescott now. He's got his target. It's Cobb. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Well, some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And this one hauled in by Tavon Austin. Yeah, he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A good pickup there, 26 yards. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Elliott. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. Second down, Prescott. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That'll get him the first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. Now Elliott. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
47. There we go. 48.
Prescott now on 2nd down. Steps away to his left. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Here we go. 48. Here we go. 46. 46.
Now Prescott. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And his kick is right there. It's good. And with that, they will move ahead by 2 here in the 4th. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder Are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
And the Panthers coming out now. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. On first down, Newton stepping up. He's going to keep it. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Oh, my Cam. There's times when I'm not analyzing up here. I'm just appreciating. Led NFL quarterbacks in rushing last year. He is truly the ultimate weapon at that position.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
Cam Newton, 3 game-winning drives for the Panthers last year. He's got a chance to lead one here on 1st and 10.
Hey. Four down. Check. Watch the 4.
Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Gun. Set. 180. Got four down.
On first down, it's Newton. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play there for the Panthers. And even 40 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Set. 180.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Here we go. Set 180. Express. What is? Right there. 54 line. I got you.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And they'll get him down right around the 16. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Gun. Set. 180. Check. Clutch. 8. Do something.
He's back to throw. Forced out to his left. And he can't get a throw off He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. And Gano's kick is right through. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Amari Cooper, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the second quarter, he may very well have run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Mario Addison in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Mario Addison able to disrupt yet another pass play. His 3rd sack of the afternoon. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. The clock cannot be stopped here. Defense can't do anything. So kneel it down, take it home. No doubt about it. It's what you practice for in winning situations each and every week. Victory formation. Take a knee and go on into the locker room and celebrate. Call it a victory. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special. It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player. So for Carolina, they can breathe a sigh of relief as they're able to eke out the 1-point victory here in the opener. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, They go down to defeat here in the opener. And they will be at home next week to take on the New York Giants. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
180.